Jema. Om Ma Jema Om. So the most important thing in spirituality, the number one rule, and not just in spirituality, but in life, the wisdom of the ages, you'll climb to the highest peak in the Himalayas, where an ancient yogi will tell you, don't take yourself so seriously. That's the most important thing. The minute you feel this serious vibe, even in very serious situations, this contraction, boundary setting, uptightness, it can only happen in this serious mindset. And a playful mindset, it doesn't happen. Our very nature is playful and not serious. That's the good news. So it's not something we have to acquire, playfulness. We've always been playful. Do you remember when we were children? We're playful by nature. We're not serious by nature. The seriousness is a function of our conditioning, societal structures, the way we were raised in school. How many times were you thrown out of some place when you were a child because you were too playful? Or you were told to be quiet because you were too playful? Can't have any of that. There's too playfulness. There's a time for playfulness. You can play in the playground. But the rest of the time, you've got to be serious. In the classroom, we've got to be serious. No matter what absurd things this teacher is saying, you've got to be serious. No matter if your friend is doing something funny behind you, you've got to be serious. I will go out on a limb and say that seriousness equals death. The more serious you are, the more you're approaching the grave, and the less serious you are, the more you'll live. I could show you a bunch of medical studies to back this up, but I'm not going to do that. But we're adults, right? We've got to get things done in the world, and that requires some seriousness. I don't see how the two are mutually exclusive. We don't have to become a circus clown to have a profession that will allow us to be playful. Yeah, we can become a DJ. They're pretty playful, but some are serious. Even if we own the circus and we think it's all about playfulness, pretty soon it's the salaries and the revenues and the profits and the employees, and we get very serious again. So even the owner of the circus or the clown can be super serious. So that means that the businessman or the yogi, they don't have to be so serious. We just have to revert to our inner playfulness again and again and again until we remember. So it's actually like an exercise you can do. I'm not a big fan of exercises and those kind of things, but this is a cool one. If it appeals, and intuitively you find yourself in that spot. The minute you find yourself taking something too seriously, it's a definite sign that something is wrong and that your ego is very involved. So you can take that feeling of seriousness, of contraction, and you can just play with the opposite of the time. Not as a suppression, just as an awareness. So you feel the creeping seriousness, you're getting super serious, your boundaries, and like I told you, and etc. And then just come into your awareness, oh yeah, I don't have to be that way, maybe I do in this moment. But you know, even with setting boundaries, you can be playful. Like, here's my boundary. Yeah, here, it's boundary. Are you sure? Not so sure. You know, even something serious like setting boundaries, you can have fun. You can have fun with setting your office hours, you can have fun with the boss, you can have fun with your children. Everyone's innate nature is fun, joy, and playfulness. So, even a police officer giving you a ticket, the employees at the airports, think about all the abuse they get all day. Like if you're late for your flight and you got to talk some BS to the woman behind the counter or the man behind the counter to get on that flight, and they hear it all the time. Their whole job is listening to people's like late excuses and lost the ticket and booked the wrong day and I've got to make this flight and it's my daughter's wedding or whatever. And you know what? They appreciate if you come in and you're playful. I sometimes make a vow to myself if I'm on a long haul trip. No matter what happens on this trip, I'm treating everyone with love, respect, kindness, and playfulness. No matter who says what to me, no matter how long the flight is delayed, what happens, terrible turbulence. It's a great meditation. On a long haul flight and a couple of transfers, it's awesome to do. So I would say this is a light exercise. You're not going to find it in any yogic books, but I think it brings you to a yogic state more than 90% of the yogic exercises people have you do. Have you seen these yogic exercises, by the way? They look awfully serious. I'm going to do pranayama till I'm blue in the face. Till I'm hyperventilating and, in samadhi or whatever. I'm going to get to samadhi. Today is the day. So maybe some of the people who take themselves the most seriously are yogis. I'm a vegan. No one should be eating any animal products. I'm very serious, even though 2 years ago I was. So I'm treating the person now, like I was 2 years ago. No, I'm treating them with dismissiveness and condescension. But that was me at one point. How can I condemn them? So Hare Krishna, we're listening to Krishna. He was the epitome of playfulness, masculine playfulness. He was not so serious. He was stealing the ghee from everyone. Their ghee, their most prized possession. You know anything about India, the ghee is it's not just stealing the flour. It's to make the ghee, to on the moonlight, to do it in the hand churning and all this stuff. It's super serious. So for Krishna to go around and steal everyone's ghee, it's pretty funny. And how did he handle that situation with all the gopi girls? I mean, every gopi was involved with him, and it was all playful. No one was killing each other. No one was killing him, and the gopis weren't killing each other. How is that possible? Is that your real world? Do you think that really works in the real world? Or maybe it's an allegory? No, he's the king of playfulness. Who can condemn someone who's playful? And again, it's not an inauthentic mask you're putting on. I'm super serious, but I'm putting on a super playful mask. You are playfulness, you are joy, you are love, and all you have to do is remember or step back into that or feel into that, and then just radiate it. It's that simple. Even in the midst of tragedy, there can be playfulness and joy. Dark humor. There's always a reason to laugh or a reason to be playfulness. Yeah, we don't even need reasons. There's always a opportunity. Yeah, it's better. Opportunity to be playful or not so serious, or yeah, even in the darkest situations. Om Jai Ma.